everyone, and welcome to another edition of Shelter in Place Gumsaba Home Boot Camp. We're making the best of this that we can, so we'll forge on until we're allowed to be together again. Today's workout is going to require dumbbells, a band, a jump rope, and a mat. We're going to get started with some basic dynamic exercise. Standing with your feet hip width apart, you're going to grasp onto your right shin and then your left shin. We'll start with 10 of these shin grabs. Do 5 more. Two more. And last one. And now we'll take our hands to our hips. We'll point our toes and give 10 butt kickers. And now we'll go right into 10 Samson stretches. Making sure your front shin is vertical. Drawing our belly button in at the top of the motion right there. Draw the belly button in so we feel a good stretch in the hip flexor. We're going to do 6 more. 5 more. Last couple. And last one. And now we'll go right into 10 toy soldiers. We'll alternate through 10 of these. Just holding your hand out at shoulder height and getting your toe as close as you can while keeping your standing foot on the ground. 2 more. Last one. All right, let's go ahead and grab our band. We're going to put this band on our thighs just above our knees. I'll give you a moment to get your band on. We're going to get started with 10 side steps. So I'm going to step to the side, ensuring that I'm pointing my toes forward. Each step is about 2 inches, right then left. And now we'll go back the other way. Last 2, last one. And now we're going to do 20 running butt kickers. Notice how I'm keeping tension out on the band. And let's repeat those side steps. Last 2, last one. Just barely made the screen. And now we'll repeat those 20 butt kickers, keeping the tension out on the band. 10 more. Excellent. And now we'll go into 10 squats. You should feel some warming sensation right about here, pushing out on that band. Last 2. And last one. Now we'll go into 20 high knees, again, keeping the band separated. And again through 10 squats. It's important that you really pattern the right motions now, so that throughout the workout, your body has that reference point. 2 more. And last one. Let's do those high knees. 10 more. Now let's make our way down to our mats. You're gonna lay on your back. You're gonna place your feet right underneath your kneecaps. And we'll go for 20 Glute Bridge hip extensions. Pushing those hips up to the sky. Now I'm going to have you add your arms. Get to 10 more here. Six more. And last 3, last 2, and last 1. And now we're going to roll to the side, supporting our head with our hand, placing our hand on our hip, ensuring that our hip doesn't open up to the sky. We're going to do 10 each side clamshells. Last few here. Now we'll swivel around and hit the other side. Now we'll go back to our backs and we're going to repeat the glute bridge and the clamshells. Heels under kneecaps, arms big rainbow over. Should feel your glutes pretty active at this point, depending on the strength of your band. Do 10 more. Last 6. Last 4. And 2. And last 1. Thankfully, because this band is brand new. All right, 10 clamshells. Last one. Let's go ahead and swivel around the other way. Thankfully that's over. Let's go ahead and slip those bands off and we'll grab our jump rope for a little bit of shoulder mobility. If you don't have a jump rope, anything will do, and if you don't have anything, just use your arms. We're going to hold this jump rope at a width where if we go overhead, we're not really hanging in tension. We want to have some decent tension on this, and then we're going to pass it through just to our neck level and back to the center. We'll do this 10 times. Try to create a plank-like sensation in the abdomen. Last couple here. Last one. Go ahead and drop your arms, roll your shoulders out. We'll do 5 of these. And now let's take that rope overhead and we're going to tip just from the waistline, so I'm not letting my hips swing out. I really want to feel that stretch from the hip up. And it's a very gentle stretch, just opening up that lateral line of the body. Okay, everybody. That concludes the warm-up portion. So what you're going to do now is you're going to grab your dumbbells, remove your jackets if you're wearing one, because it's going to get hot in here. We're going to take these dumbbells and we're going to start with 12 walking lunges. We'll hold these dumbbells like 2 suitcases, just like this. Avoid letting your shoulders drop and hanging into them. fight gravity, chest up nice and high, and I'm going to be walking back and forth across the screen. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. We're going to place these down and lay down on your stomach on your mat. Place your feet on the firm ground, not on your mat. Take your hands by your sides. Lift them up, press up to the top of the push-up, and lay back down. We're going to do 12 of these. Last 2 here. Last 1. Good. Now you're going to take your weights into your hands. Then we're going to do 8 deadlifts. Facing the side, the hips will hinge back until we feel a stretch in the hamstring, and we'll come back up. Avoid letting the shoulders round. Keep your back nice and flat. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Now we'll present the weights here for military press. I'm going to rotate my palms toward my face, keeping my elbows up. Take them back out and come back overhead. This is also called Arnold Press. Creating a plank in my abdomen again. Avoiding letting my head hang over. I think that's 8, but let's just do 1 more, just to be sure. Now we're going to lay back down on the mat. Setting up for glute bridge, pull over and fly. So it's a pull over and a fly. We're going to do 6 sets. Two more. And last one. Now put down 1 weight. We're going to roll over for our last weighted movement of the set, and we're going to do 6 each side plank row. So it's almost like a half of a renegade row. Take your feet wide so that your hips don't move side to side. Make sure your shoulder and your wrists are aligned, and you're going to row, keeping those hips stable, 6 each side. Notice how I'm attempting to really control the weight on the down motion. Just before we get to jump rope, a great modification for that one is to send the opposing leg back and do the row just like this, like a 3-point row. Now let's grab our jump rope. We're gonna skip rope for 1 minute. We'll let you grab that rope, and we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. 1 minute of jump rope. tell already my hair's not going to make it through this round. The band is leaving the head. There it goes. Getting that heart rate up a little bit. That blood moving. Most of us aren't moving much. Most of the day anyway. At least we can go outside. Enjoy the fresh air. And that's a minute. So that's our set. And we're gonna do that set 3 more times. So go ahead and get a sip of water if you like. Grab your dumbbells. And we're gonna start with those 12 walking lunges. Here we go. Now if you started a little bit earlier than I did, go ahead and continue lunging until I'm done. I'm going at a medium pace, just based on the feedback that I've gotten from people. Sometimes I tend to move a little too fast, especially when I'm under anxiety. So I'm trying to slow myself down. That might be good for all of us to practice. Let's do 3 more. Okay, now let's go down to our mat for our press-ups. 12 press-ups. Last couple here. All right. And now back to our deadlifts. We grab our weights. And again, if you're going a little faster than me, you'll just do the deadlifts until I'm done. Chest is bright, core is tight, and now my core will allow my hips to go into what's called an anterior tilt. So there's a gentle curve in my back at this point, and then the top of the motion, drawing the belly button in. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And now Arnold presses. Present the weights, present the chest and the plank, feet hip width apart, toes forward, rotate arms in, out and up. So exciting that I can do this since my collarbone surgery. I'm about 6 months out. I'm starting to get feeling back in the areas around the bone, which is awesome. Okay, that's 8 military presses. And now we're gonna go down to the mats with our weights, and we're gonna do our glute bridge fly combination. Present the weights up, hips come up, weights go over, up, out, and down, and we're gonna do 6 sets. Keep the breath smooth, keep the core engaged so that the low back is fairly neutral here. If this bothers your low back, just do it with your hips down. Do 1 more. Awesome. Let's put 1 weight down and we'll come up to our plank rows. Remember, your modification is your same side knee down and row. I'm going to choose the high plank row. 6 each side. Now it's time to jump rope. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and here we go. Again, I'm trying to go at a pace that's moderate so that everybody can hang tight. If you're way ahead, just start skipping the rope and keep skipping the rope until the end of that minute. If you need a drink of water, just grab one. You can always pause the video, but it's nice to be able to stay at the same pace. Something I like to think about when I'm skipping rope is pulling my head back in space. I tend to hang it forward like this. I'm always trying to be conscious of that and that my chin's not up. I want to keep that gaze straight forward. And that's a minute. Okay, we're halfway through this set. We'll get started again with walking lunges. Grab those weights, posture yourself up, and here we go. Six more. 3 more. Last 2. And last 1. Set those weights down briefly while we do our press-ups. Four more. Last 2. And last 1. And now our deadlifts. Grab those weights. I'm facing sideways just so you can see the form from the side. It's really important that you don't let your body round. So we'll keep our chest bright. We'll hinge at the hips, sending our hips back, keeping our shins neutral. I'm going at a pace that's safe for deadlifts too. If your weights are light, that can be really dangerous. Most low back injuries don't happen when something's super heavy. It's when something's awkward or when something's too fast and too repetitive. So make sure you do those slow no matter how heavy your weights are. We're gonna take your weights up now. Military press or Arnold press. We're gonna do 8. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Excellent. Now heading down to our mats for glute bridge combination. We'll start with the pullover, and then we'll go to a fly. One weight down. Roll over to your plank position for 6 high plank rows. Shoulder aligned over wrists, feet wide so the hips can stay neutral. Switch sides. And now everybody's favorite, the jump rope. I'm gonna give you about 10 more seconds if you need to get up and get your rope. We'll start in 5, 4, ready, get set, and begin. And that's a minute. We have one more round, and then we're done with this section. We'll get started with walking lunges. Often these are called suitcase lunges because I'm holding 2 weights. Here we go. Last 12 of these. Last 3. And last one. And now we'll put those down for our press-ups. We'll be right back for our deadlifts. Two more. Okay, deadlift time. I always want to pick things up like they weigh more than they do. If you're bending over for nothing, act like you're bending over for something, because you are. You're bending over for your low back health. And to do that, you want to integrate your core, and that's not automatic for every body. We're going to do 3 more. Probably go 1 over. 2 more. And last one. And now to our Arnold Press. Feet hip width apart, toes forward. Here we go. Four more. 2 more. Last one. Good job. We'll lay on our backs for our glute bridge combination. Here we go. overhead, and out to the side is one. Just a slight bend in the elbow through the duration of both movements. Two more. And last one. Awesome. We'll put one weight down. That's it for that weight today. We'll go into our high plank row, or bird dog row if you're modifying. Other side. And now let's go ahead and grab our jump rope. I'm going to finish this last round of jump rope, and then we'll have our run at some core work. Let's start in 3, 2, 1, and begin. False start. Okay, check up for that. Some debris here I'm dealing with, no excuses though. Those were my fault. It's important to stay relaxed when you jump rope, remember that. It's easy to get kind of uptight. Keep your chest up, eyes straight ahead, and stay relaxed. Bit of bonus time in there. Okay everyone, so after a quick sip of water, we're going to lay down on our mats and we're going to be doing a cross crab toe touch. We're going to roll over to a high plank knee tuck, then we'll hold a side plank with an optional weight. We'll do that on both sides before we go to low plank body saw and low plank. We'll roll through this 3 times before we finish today. Make your way down to your mat. Have one weight handy. And we'll start our cross crab toe touch. Looks just like this. We're going to sit up on our left hand, raise up our left leg, push our hips up and touch. Do the other side, it doesn't matter, just make sure you're crossing across, okay? Make sure I'm totally in your view here. Okay, and we'll start it in 3, in 2, in 1, and here we go. At the bottom of the motion, I'm not letting my back arch off the mat. I just did it wrong on purpose. This is the difference. I'm keeping that low back flat as I lay back. That means my shoulder blades will stay up. Now we're gonna roll over for cross knee tucks. So you're gonna place your hands at shoulder width. You're gonna have your legs back behind you, and here we go. All right, now we're gonna head down to your mats for a side plank with an optional row. Make sure that your feet are firmly connected to the ground. You can also be on your knees. Ready? And here we go. You can also just hold the position. Got time for one more, and we'll switch sides. Got about 10 seconds to get to the other side. It's plenty of time. In 4, 3, 2, here we go. Last couple, last one. Good. All right, and now we're gonna roll over for low plank body saw. Remember, this is a small movement. You need to set up your plank properly, and here we go. 20 seconds worth. Last 4 seconds. And now we're just gonna hold this plank for 20 seconds. Ten more seconds, guys. Excellent, and break. All right, that's one round. We're gonna take this little 20-second hiatus, and then we'll do 2 more rounds. So get ready, we got 10 seconds till we start. Ready? Cross crab toe touches, go, 20 seconds. Keep the back connected. Up on the foot, keep it connected. Last one coming up. Now we'll roll over for those cross knee tucks. In high plank. Ready in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Just checking the time. Last one. Good, all right. Weight optional on your side plank. You can always just hold the side plank. I'm gonna do it on my elbow as opposed to my hand because of my collarbone. Ten more seconds. All right, switch sides. Mat part always gets me sweaty. Ready, get set, and here we go. Okay, time for our low plank body saw. Line your shoulders over your elbows. Nice flat back, retracted skull. Here we go. So some of the biggest problems I'll see with plank is head up. I mean, you look it straight down and with your head pulled back, and then drop your chest. Tuck your belly button in so your back becomes really flat. You'll know you're there because it's freaking hard. 4, 3, 2, and hold for 20 seconds. Keep working on those concepts. Break. Nice work, everybody. We're gonna wait that 20 seconds and we'll do the cross crab to start our last round. About 8 seconds to start. Wonderful sun, feels so good. All right, everybody, ready? Get set. Remember, low back stays connected as you lay back. Go. Connect. Push. Connect. Push. All right, roll it over for high plank knee tucks. In 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. And break. Good job. Side plank row. Ready? And hit it. One more. Switch sides. I think by now I'd know exactly how long 20 seconds was, but I'm like 2 seconds off. Here we go. One more. All right. Little plank body saw. We're all done with the weight today. It started in 7 seconds. Remember, retract the skull, drop the chest. Here we go. Tiny little movement. All right, lock it in. Hunker down. Keep striving for that more perfect posture. Last 10 seconds, hang in there. And break. Awesome. Okay. Now, we have just one special task left. It's a celebration. And you know how I like to celebrate. So some people, they don't have legs. In fact, yesterday I was hiking and this woman was just walking along, biggest smile on her face, and she didn't have an arm. And I was just like, right on, woman. You know what? We're all in this together. And it makes me really proud of all of us right now that we're holding it up and we're just doing the best that we can. In spite of the tears, which are happening often for me. And I'm always okay with that. Now, I always say, if you're sad, cry. Otherwise, you're gonna like do some behavior that may not be healthy. So if you've got that figured out, you don't have to cry. But for me, crying always feels like it helps when I really need to cry. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to enjoy 1 minute of burpees. And I want you to count and see how many you can do. Ready, get set, and go. 1. Love it. Okay, let's stretch. Roll your mat back out. We'll start our stretching standing since we just elevated our heart rate. Let's take a quad stretch on the right side. You can hold on to anything you need to. Remember, I know a lot of you prefer to skip this part, especially right now. Don't do that. It's okay to learn to do things that we don't want to do because it's going to help us manage the crisis that we're in, right? I say this all the time, but boot camp builds grit. It builds resilience, and right now there's a lot of anxiety in the world, and I see my job as to, though I too have that anxiety, to help others manage it a little bit better. You know, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. They tell you they are, they're out of there. Squash your right ankle over your left. You can hold on to something as needed, or you can also lay on your back for this one if it's uncomfortable. It's times like these though where, man, you really realize all the things you took for granted that you just never even thought about before. Like licking an envelope, or I was thinking about earlier today, like who's gonna hand somebody else a business card for a while, right? I had somebody, Roto-Rooter came over. I was like, just put it right there and I'll take a picture, you know? And I'm just somebody who's so much more hands-on than that. It's been a real adjustment for me, and I know a lot of you can relate. I really don't like being on screen all the time, but so it goes. I'm building resilience as I speak because I don't like stretching really either. Okay, let's go down to your mats. You're gonna go into all fours, and we're gonna take our right arm and we're gonna post it like this. We'll take our left arm, we'll reach up, and then we'll slide that arm right underneath us, keeping our hips up, reaching our arm as far as we can, trying to get our whole arm all the way to the top of the shoulder on the mat. And then we can use the other hand to push and twist a little bit. Fight the want for your hips to move around too much, your feet to collapse together. And slowly come on up. I'm going to turn around, you don't need to, just so that I can be next to the camera. So left arm down now, right arm up, and then slowly bring it underneath. Get that whole arm onto the ground, and use the other hand to twist a little bit. Try to avoid letting your hips move like that or letting your feet cross. You really want to keep everything hip width apart. And now slowly come on up to a seated position. You can use your jump rope for this next one if you want to. We're going to extend our left leg out, bend our right knee like this, and we'll take our right hand and we're going to reach to the outside of the calf. We'll take our left hand behind us, keeping our chest up. We'll slide that left arm down, or excuse me, that right arm down any amount, and if we can, we're going to grip for the outside of the foot and just gently pull that foot to the outside so that your foot is in what's called eversion or pronation. Slowly switch sides for our last stretch of the day. And we'll take our left hand outside of the right leg, right hand behind us, slide down any amount, and if you can grip the foot, you can also use your jump rope here if you need that. Main thing is that we don't want to let the body round too much. We want to keep the chest up, twist and descend forward. And then putting this foot into a little bit of pronation, so I'm to the bottom of my sole of my shoe, I'm really pulling it outward to get the stretch into the outside of the hamstring. If you just give a gentle press down with your left leg, you'll also feel it in the outer left gluteus medius area, possibly into your obliques and your lats. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for doing this with me today and for being so strong. I need this as much as you do, so let's keep in this together. Let's keep in touch. Let's support each other in any way we can without putting each other at risk. And let's flatten this damn curve. Coach Michelle out.